Hi, Stick. In this video, I'm gonna introduce you some basic user interface in the Unreal Engine. And the first thing to know is the file management in Unreal Engine. In this content browser, it has everything, every file that required for this project. And the best thing to do that is start with the right naming and the right file management. Put the right file in the right place in the content browser, and that will be helping the project a lot. And next thing to do is create a level. The level is sort of like a sub project inside of one bigger project, because for usual applications they have different scenes inside one project, and that is different from the usual modeling software. And here is the layer information. This is basically like most of the modeling softwares. And you can see here's a pre-imported 3ds Max file. And you can just check how does the layer information look like. The same as 3ds Max on the right side. And next thing is the spectate. In Unreal Engine, there are different modes at first. In the selection mode, we can achieve most of the browsing. And for the other tools, like landscape mode and others, we need to go to another mode to use different tools. And here is a icon that switch the gizmo between world and the local, such as the absolute mode or something in 3ds Max. By switching this one, you can change a different type of reference. And same as the 3ds Max, we switch the different mode of gizmo between WER. W is for moving around, E for rotation, R for scaling. And this, in the red rectangle, are the camera settings that can do the tilting angle, can change the perspective, and also change the camera speeds of moving around. And next thing to introduce is the view mode. In Unreal Engine, there are similar to the 3ds Max or Rhino, has different mode of viewing. You can display or show something like a light, like an object, different type of object, and change the light or switch to the wireframe mode as required, as you need it. And here's one, you can call it like shaded mode in Rhino. And with only lighting, with reflections, some of them are mostly for analyze purposes, and not all of them are useful for architectural design. And the next big thing to notice about is the Quicksilver Bridge. This is one of the biggest features in Unreal Engine 5 that has thousands of models, textures, materials, and they are all free. Just everything you need to do is search the type of material. For example, let's find the sample. Something like this cactus. That's great. We press download. Oh, and you also need to log in into your Epic account to make a free download. And remember to click the plus icon and save this downloaded file into the content browser, into the right place. It is defaultly saved into the Megascan folder in the content browser, and that is where we are gonna drag it into the scene. Although it's not very convenient to model something in Unreal Engine, but there are still some features to put a block into the scene. Something like that can be found in the Place Actor tab. And let's put the material from Megascan onto this test object. And there are all other useful commands in the Place Actor to use. But for this time, we're just gonna try a test object. By following the first step, we double-clicked the Material tab and get into this material interface. You can see the material we put on the test object has this texture ball, and let's play with this tiling scene. The tiling scene is basically the texture mapping in the other software, and by this we can easily change the scaling of texture and make it more realistic. Thank you for watching.